she really stole the spotlight from everyone because she was just able to bring something unique to the table and a flavor, honestly, like something about her that I hadn't seen before. We all knew that she was beautiful and that she has a lot of experience, but there was that little spark missing, in my opinion, and we really found it with this challenge. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special reaction because we are going to be going through some of the new tourism videos that were just released by the Miss Universe Philippines organization. Now, as some of you guys know, the Miss Universe Philippines organization recently announced the top 30 candidates who made it into the last segment of the competition. With this also comes the very last challenge that the candidates had to deliver, and I'm talking about the tourism challenge. For this one in particular, each one of the candidates had to come up with a video of a maximum 2 minutes which will represent their province or their city, their localities, to the best of their abilities. Let me tell you, in my opinion, this was a very difficult challenge because not only it requires a lot of time, a lot of resources, but also a lot of equipment. You need a team, you need a videographer, someone to film, to edit. It's just a lot of work. And don't forget that this was all done in the middle of the pandemic. So regardless of who made it into my topics or not, you guys, props to each and every single one of the candidates, because I can only imagine the things that you had to go through to get these videos together. So there you have it. For today's video, we're gonna be talking about my top 15 candidates of the tourism challenge. And of course, to make this an interactive experience, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section as you watch if you agree with my topics, if you agree with my comments, my feedback, everything. Otherwise, I just look like a crazy person talking to a camera. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on the video so that it gets recommended to more people, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. So without further ado, my friends, let's get into today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it. Be strong. Number 15 on my list, we have Janella Quantum representing for Albay. And of course, Janella has one of those welcoming personalities, so I feel like for this particular challenge, she did extremely well. From the moment that she started speaking, I just felt like, oh my god, I want this girl to guide me, to take me on a tour around Albay and really show me everything that there is to discover. From a technical perspective, I feel like her video was very good. I mean, like, she had all of those like aerial shots, it was very dynamic, it was beautifully edited, and of course, I feel like Janella was able to bring a different element to the video, in the sense that a lot of the candidates were just like walking in nature or showing you around the city, but Janella got to work. She was riding a bike, she was in the wild, taking pictures in the mountains. I mean, I feel like it was such a joy to watch because it allowed me to discover a side of Janella that I didn't necessarily imagine was there. I'm used to see her on social media, you know, like in glamorous locations and in airplanes, but then suddenly you see her in nature and doing all of these things, and it makes you feel like she's really passionate about where she comes from and all of the activities that there are to discover. Number 14 on the list, we have Grace Vandiola from Negros Oriental, and Grace is another one of the candidates who just has like such a beautiful personality, and there's like an aura about Grace, just like so grand, so beautiful. What I liked the most about her video was that it was the perfect blend of a tourism ad and like a documentary. There was a lot of, you know, beautiful locations, of course, and the places that she decided to showcase were really amazing, but at the same time, she included a lot of information about her locality within the voiceover that she was doing. So not only I was getting to discover Negros Oriental, but I also felt like I was learning about the history, about the food, about the places to discover. So in my opinion, Grace did just an amazing job. Another thing I have to give her props for is that Grace was really able to find like a healthy balance between showing shots of herself and then shots of the locations, because sometimes with certain candidates you would only see images of the locations or images of themselves, and at the end of the day you left feeling like, I don't really know if I got enough information for me to want to visit. But with Negros Oriental, Grace really did an amazing job, and let me tell you, I need to go there like yesterday. Number 13 on the list, we have Camille Quintos, and of course from Ilocos Sur. I've said this before that she started not really within my radar, but the more that we advance, the more challenges that I get to see, the more I am noticing this girl. And let me tell you, I feel like she is a threat. There was something about her personality that I feel like she will be like such a good salesperson, because from the moment that she started telling me about Ilocos Sur, I was sold. Like, I wanted to go there, I wanted to go book my ticket and just be there like in no time. Another thing that I really like about Ilocos was that it has one of those locations in the Philippines that I always see in pictures. When I look at photos at like tourism ads from the Philippines, there's always this image of like the rice fields. Oh my god, and it's just like so stunning. And the way that she was able to blend not only the beautiful locations with all of the information that she provided as well, with beautiful shots of herself and also excellent communication skills. I feel like this was such a successful tourism video. She included a lot of substance about the culture, about the food, about the history, and it just felt like an experience more than like a tourism ad. So I have nothing but nice things to say about Camille. She really did a great job. Number 12 on the list, we have Jana Begero from Isabelle. And Jan is one of those girls who really surprised me during this challenge. If I'm being fully transparent, I have not noticed Jan for a lot of the challenges. And that doesn't mean that she was not doing good. It's just that sometimes there were just like so many candidates that I feel like she was getting a little bit lost. But with this challenge, let me tell you, child, Jan really delivered. Not only she was looking beautiful on every single shot, every single angle that I saw of her on that video, but also the quality of the production, the video, the choice, like the music, everything was on point for Jan's video. Another thing that really surprised me about Jan is how eloquent she is. Like, this girl can really talk and she makes a lot of sense when she's delivering it. She didn't sound monotone. She didn't sound like she was trying or reading a script. It just felt natural and that it was coming from an authentic place. And that's very important when you're doing something tourism related, because it's important that people can relate to what you're saying and really get the vibe that you enjoy this place, that you like it, that you're passionate about it. Otherwise, if you sound scripted, why would I want to go and visit? One of the things that I really liked is that she presented Isabelle to be like kind of this place where you can escape, that it's away from the city, like 10 hours away. And she talked a lot about the values of the people and the culture. So I feel like she was able to bring visibility to a side that is very important, other than the geographic aspect, you know, or the activities, but really the feel of just being there and interacting with locals who are extremely welcoming and have very strong traditional values. Number 11 on the list, we have Mirjan Epaulette representing for Angeles City. And of course, Mirjan is just one of those girls who has such a gentle personality. I don't know if you've noticed, but whenever Mirjan is talking, I just want to stay there and listen. It's like going to therapy. And of course, when you think of that in the context of a tourism ad, it's so important that you're able to really connect with the audience and really make them feel and want to experience everything that you are explaining during your monologue. Everything that she presented for Angeles City was just like so interesting, because it seems to be like the perfect mix, the nature side of things, but also with the civilized city, and where you have a lot of options, activities, a lot of different type of foods that you can try. So I feel like the way that she presented the video and all of the locations and aspects that she decided to showcase, combined with her personality and her very gentle, beautiful self, it was the perfect blend to make people want to visit Angeles City and see for themselves what they have to offer. Definitely very successful, and nothing but love for Mirjan. Alright everyone, so now we made it officially into the top 10. And to begin with, we have Beatrice Gomez, who is representing for Cebu City. And this girl, let me tell you, I feel like she was so selfless when it comes to this video, because she was so generous, talking about every single aspect of Cebu City. The final result was just very seductive, in the sense that it made me want to experience it for myself. And actually, I have a bucket list of places that I want to visit like 100% when I go to the Philippines, and I had to add Cebu City in there. We all know at this point, based on this challenge but also previous challenges, that Beatrice is one of the front runners. This girl is not playing, and although she doesn't have as big of a following as other candidates, she has been really able to prove herself and showcase that she is really one of the front runners. There is something about the video that doesn't feel forced. It just feels so natural, in the sense that she didn't go with like crazy editing or like mind-blowing shots whatsoever. However, I do get the sense that the picture, the portrait that she presented to us of Cebu City is authentic. She really was talking about the food, she was talking about the people, the culture, she was showing some of the locations as well, and that is necessarily what you can expect when you visit one of these places. Sometimes, even if you think about it, if you glamorize it too much and you kind of create this image that sometimes doesn't live up to the expectation, it can be a little disappointing for tourists. Based on the way that this was presented and the way that she and the elements that she decided to showcase during this video, I feel like what I saw in the video is what I will see in Cebu City if I decide to visit. So very good, Beatrice, you did an amazing job and I'm so proud of you. Yes! yes, officially we made it to the top 9, and of course we have the beautiful Maureen Rabobates representing for Pangasinan. Maureen is one of the girls who has really been surprising me all throughout this competition. At first she unveiled this quirky personality that I didn't see coming at all, and now she is really showing us a side of herself with this ad, with this tourism video that I was not expecting, which is a little more simple, a little more laid back. A side of her that I didn't necessarily think of when I saw her photo shoots, when I saw her social media, and how much of a presence and power this woman has. But definitely for her tourism video, she decided to go a little more simplistic when it comes to what she was wearing, to her makeup, her looks, the way that she was presenting herself. And I feel like the video itself really followed the same trend. Once again, this was one of the simple videos. There was no crazy editing, there was no like crazy shots whatsoever. However, it gave you a very true image of the city, a very true image of who she was representing and why she was doing it. I also like the fact that she incorporated a lot images with the locals and the people of the community, you know, because as a tourist, when you want to visit a new place, you don't only like the architecture and the food and the culture, but that you're also going to feel welcomed by the locals. There is not a better way to do this than by having the locals in the ad. I am actually very surprised about the fact that she really went the extra mile, and even during a pandemic she was like wearing the mask. She had everyone wearing masks as well, but she was like, you know what, we will get this done. And so she did, and the result is just outstanding. I loved her video. Good job, Maureen. Number 8 on the list, we have our girl Kristen Delavine, also known as Kisses Delavine, and she is representing for Masbate. Just like I was telling you earlier about Janella, Kristen was one of the girls who gave her 100% when it comes to this ad. Not only she was showcasing like the people, the locations, the beaches, the food, you name it. Everything was in there, but also she got involved in the video to the point that she was wearing the costume, she was dancing, she learned the choreography, she had dancers with her. I mean, in my opinion, this is really going the extra mile and showing people that you take this seriously. Kisses is one of these girls who has been like criticized so many times because people say that she already has a platform, that she benefits from the fan vote, that this and that, but you cannot deny that the girl is putting in the work. Visually speaking, I feel like her video was super cinematographic, was beautifully shot and edited as well. And the fact that Kisses was so involved when it comes to knowing the dances, knowing the costumes, presenting us the food and the people, and talking so warmly about her city, it just really gave me the impression that she takes pride in doing this, in representing for them, and that it's not just a matter of a pageant or what is gonna come out of the pageant, but that she's really taking pride in doing this, and that she's doing it for something greater than herself or her career. I really enjoyed her video, and I'm really excited to see what else she's gonna come up with during the remaining part of the competition. Good job, Kisses. Number 7, representing for Marinduque, we have Symone Bornelia, and oh my god, let me tell you, Symone, I've said this repeatedly, has been really exceeding my expectations throughout this entire competition. I thought at first that age and experience was gonna be a thing and that maybe she was gonna struggle a little bit, but not at all. This girl has been consistent so much from the beginning, and this video is really a testimony to that. Not only, once again, just like all of the candidates in this list, she was able to execute perfectly the technical aspects of the video, really include like the value, you know, like the history, the substance, the information that you need to have about this type of touristy locations. But she was also able to present herself in such a beautiful way that it felt to me that her video was almost like a blend of a tourist ad with like a fashion campaign. There's just something about herself. She's so beautiful, her aura, the way that she handles herself, her communication skills, that I just felt like she was really trying and giving her 150%. For that, you have to give the girl some props, because it takes a lot of effort and also a lot of sacrifice to do so many things so well at such a young age. Number 6 on the list, we have Isabelle de los Santos representing for Makati, and I really like this one because she is representing for a big city, and I love big cities. I'm a city boy, Makati felt like it was like such a modern place to live, you know. And when I think about the candidates who were really showcased a little bit more of the natural side of their provinces and their localities, Makati just felt like a big city, you know. Like it gave me Montreal vibes, it gave me like New York vibes, and I just wanted to be there. I'm definitely one of those people who, yes, I do appreciate the nature and all that comes with it, but I love the city and, you know, all of the activities and the things to do and discover, and it's just so much fun. Makati felt like one of those places that I would not only like to visit, but that I would actually like to live in, because it just felt so dynamic. Like there was a lot of variety of when it comes to the culture, the people, the food, and the things to discover. It seems like you can never get bored. Also, the way that Isabelle was able to present it perhaps was also very efficient, because the way that she talked about it, it was like she was just trying to make you want to visit. She wanted you to experience for yourself and give it a chance. Once again, Isabelle is one of those girls who, for some challenges, she has really been doing very, very well. For other ones, she was a little bit under my radar. But I believe that now within the top 30, she is really going to benefit from the fact that there is no more fan vote, and that it's really up to the judges to decide who makes it and who doesn't. And I feel like she has a lot to deliver, so I'm not worried about her. Number 5 on the list, we have my girl, my bias, my queen, Katrina Dimaranan. And I am so happy about her video, because Katrina just has one of these personalities that is just so infectious. It doesn't matter what she's doing, the girl will make you love it just because of her personality. You could tell that she was enjoying this video, that she was enjoying the filming process and the creative process, because she was so natural. And I believe that if she wasn't at ease with it, you could tell, because she's so authentic, and we're kind of used at this point to see how she handles herself. But one thing that I really loved about her video was that she didn't go for the obvious locations about the gig. She really took us to more like the everyday type of life of the gig. She took us to the market, where we can see some of the merchants, we can see some of the stores, the food that they sell. And she also brought the emphasis to the fact that they have food from like all over the Philippines, so you can experience a little bit of everything. And of course, when I saw that she was going for that chicharron, I was going crazy, because Cubans, we love chicharron. It's like part of our culture. Like if there is no chicharron, honey, that is not a meal. And when Katrina went for that, I was just like, my girl, that's why you my queen, girl. But from a perspective of the video itself, she's one of the girls that, once again, she didn't go crazy when it comes to the production aspect of the video. However, she made sure that all of the things that are necessary for you to get to know the location a little bit, for you to have enough information to decide of whether you want to visit or not, were there. And overall, I mean, like that, the golden way to just like close the video was her personality. That is truly what makes her unique and what makes me want to visit Taguig as well. So there we go. Queen, when I go to the Philippines, you better take me to Taguig, otherwise, tinelas. Get ready for it, everyone, because officially we made it to top 4, and we have none other than Ayn Burnos representing for San Juan City. And I enjoyed Ayn's video from beginning to end. The creativity on this video. I really love the fact that she played with her strengths, and one of the things that sometimes people criticize her for, which is her TikTok and just being like an influencer, and she was really able to own that aspect of herself and include it on her video. On this video, we saw a very refined Ayn. She was looking beautiful. I love the styling choices. I love how she presented herself. But I also appreciated a lot the video itself, the way that they shot it, the locations that they decided to showcase, that she really decided to go with more of a friendly approach rather than more of a tourist ad type of scenario. It just felt like I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, one of my favorite influencers visiting a location and telling me all about it, so that I could decide if I wanted to go there as well or not. Even the fact that they played with the little TikTok layover, it was just like genius in my opinion. We all know that Ayn's communication skills are really out of this world, so everything that she was able to communicate within that 2-minute video was like so much information. And as soon as the video was over, I was just putting it on my bucket list, because it's one of the places that I would like to go visit, discover, enjoy, like discover everything. Honestly, nothing but props to Ayn. This was a job really well done, so good for you, girl. We're making it officially into the top 3, and of course we have the beautiful Steffi Abarca from Cebu province. Where do I even begin? I mean, Steffi's video was super interesting, because not only it had like the tourist, you know, vibe expectation, but there was also a message on her video, and it was a message of hope. It was a message of resilience. It was something that made you feel that not only you wanted to visit Cebu, but also that although things are not going so well right now, things will get better, and that there is always hope in the future, that although we might not be able to do everything that we want to do today, at some point we will, and when that moment comes, we will enjoy it. Steffi is one of the girls who is known in this competition for having a big personality, a lot of charisma, and I feel like all of those things really translated through the video. She is beautiful, and she even included a few shots of her runway challenge, the pasarela, that went viral, of course. So watching her video was kind of like reminiscent of looking at some new elements, but also looking back at some of the ones that we already saw. And then also with that very beautiful message that she included, to me, that made the video very special. So that kind of explains the top 3 in my opinion. Good job, Steffi, you're doing amazing. Number 2 on the list, and if I'm being honest, I was really struggling between my number 2 and my number 1. I was like, which one to go with? But finally, I decided to put my girl, my friend, Victoria Velasquez Vincent on number 2, representing for Cavite. The more that you get to know Victoria, with the challenges, with everything that she posts on social media, the videos, the interview, everything that is available out there from her, you already know that she's beautiful. I mean, that there is no denying on that. Just go on her Instagram page and you'll see what I'm talking about. Look at the glam photos, all of it. But Victoria is also a very, very, very smart girl. This girl knows how to speak. She is extremely educated. And what I really like is that she knows how to use those strengths. But all of those things we already knew. Now, what I really enjoyed about her video on the tourism challenge is that she took the opportunity to showcase a little bit more of her personality, her playful side. And she not only showed that with the way that she presented herself on the video, but also with the editing and the music and being a little bit more creative. Even the fonts that she was using to present Cavite, it was just so well thought. And you felt like there was really a lot of work behind this video, that she really had a team of people helping her, and that she was not taking it lightly. Another thing that I really appreciated was the way that she introduced the video, just really putting a lot of focus when it comes to Cavite and like the pride, how much she loves this location, and talking about things that are so typical about Cavite, such as the history, like the historical capital of the Philippines, and making a video that could be so serious and so heavy to a certain extent. When you're talking about history, it's like a heavy subject. She was really able to find a middle ground to really include all of the substance, but also showcase her strengths, such as her beauty, how intelligent she is, and also that she has a very fun, loving, youthful personality. So this video for me was just like chef's kiss. Mwah. Delicious. Victoria, at this point, you really have to keep an eye on her because she got top 1 for the interview challenge, and interviews are very, very important for a pageant. So this girl is going places. In my opinion, she is becoming a real threat within this competition. So we'll see what VVV has to offer. I love you, girl. And now finally, everyone, we have my top 1, and like I was telling you, I was struggling a little bit with my top 2 and my top 1, but I decided to give it to Loren Bautista, representing for Laguna. And the reason why I decided to give her the number 1 spot is because Loren's video, to me, is a tourism ad. There is no denying it. Like the way that it was shot, the locations, everything from the music, the editing, the color correction, the things that she explained during the video, the information that she gave us, it just felt like it was like very, very well balanced. In a lot of challenges, Loren has been doing very well. She has been consistently near the top, but in my opinion, this one, she really stole the spotlight from everyone because she was just able to bring something unique to the table and a flavor, honestly, like something about her that I hadn't seen before. We all knew that she was beautiful and that she has a lot of experience, but there was that little spark missing, in my opinion, and we really found it with this challenge. Now, what I hope is that she grabs that spark and doesn't let it go, because girl, you are going somewhere with this. Just stick to it. You can tell how much love she put into this video and how much work as well, because it's just speaks for itself. When you look at this, you want to go to Laguna right away. You want to visit, you want to stay there. I want to buy a condo, an apartment, I don't know, rent something, but I want to be there with Loren if possible. And you can tell by the way that she sounded so inspired, so passionate, like it was coming from a very genuine place. And that was very refreshing because sometimes Loren has been given a little bit of pushback for her communication skills, but with this particular challenge, she was really able to deliver her best to date, in my opinion. If I was a member of the tourism department of Laguna, I would actually pay for this video because I want this to represent Laguna. So that's it, everyone. Those were my top 15 picks for the tourism challenge that we just witnessed, that was released recently by the Miss Universe Philippines organization. I know that there were a lot of videos and I couldn't include everyone because otherwise this video will be like so long. But like I was telling you in the very beginning, I do appreciate everyone's effort because I know how difficult this was. It was a very particular challenge because during a pandemic, how do you showcase fairly your location and the people and the culture when most things are closed, most things are not accessible, you cannot be in touch with a lot of people as well. So definitely the candidates had to go the extra mile to work around the restrictions and make this happen. So props to everyone. Now, let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed my top picks and if you agree with them. And of course, if you have any feedback, if you agree or not, please let me know in the comment section. This is an open conversation and I want this to be dynamic. So go for it. And while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on the video so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug because that's a little tradition on this channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.